we'll see the Golden State Warriors facing the Dallas Mavericks. Just loosen that belt and let the tryptophan take over, baby, as we bring you some NBA action on this Thanksgiving Day. Gobble, gobble! And now the Golden State Warriors starters. We've got Steph Curry and Green. And for Dallas, and Curry. One thing you always take a look at is trends from year to year, Clark. And for the Mavericks, they won 28 at home last season. Now that number was down from their 09 total. When they won an incredible 32. Two games.
But they won more games overall, Kevin, which shows you that this is a team that has no problem taking care of business on the road.
And Dallas has possession. Number 6 backs him down. Fires from the elbow, and that's good for 2.
Boy, I tell you what, it's always a good feeling to get the first points of the game. I don't care who you are.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Mavericks. There was one point in particular that he emphasized. This is a very fast team they're up against, and he told me that their goal will be to force them to earn their points on the half-court offense, not get loose in transition, guys.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Curry outside. The shot misses. And Dallas the other way. You look at Curry's splits from last year, he was putting up some scary numbers by the end of the season.
Yeah, he really got better as the season went on. Overall, the numbers can deceive you. 17 points with 6 assists and about 4.5 rebounds on the year. But his post-All-Star break numbers are the real story.
And again, no good by Golden State.
When you settle for that kind of shot, that's a wasted possession. That is not a high percentage look.
Number 11, he's covered by Thompson. Number 11 is called for the charge. That is his first foul of the game. And those post-All-Star numbers you mentioned for Curry, 22 points and 5.5 rebounds and almost 8 assists a game.
And you know, Kevin, this all from a rookie who really is still learning how to play the point guard position. Boy, I think he can be scary good going forward.
Well said.
Nice dish to find the open man on the perimeter there.
Right side Curry. Number 7 gets whistled for blocking. That's his first foul.
A little too much body contact there. You have to stay in front of the ball handler by moving your feet, or you'll get tagged with that call every time.
And Dallas has possession. Number 6 sets a pick. Shoots it. Number 33 is whistled for the loose ball. Ball foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so here's Golden State. Now Thompson deflects the pass.
Nice anticipation right there to snatch that one.
Number 11 stayed with it and tipped it in.
That's why you can't quit on the boards, Kevin. Those second chance points, they're waiting if you stay after it.
Wasn't that a beautiful tip in, Clark? Such a nice touch.
Yeah, excellent control.
And so here's Golden State, trailing by 2. Number 22 with the charge. That is his first foul of the game. Sometimes if you've been on the wrong end in your mind of a foul, it's hard to shake that mentally for a player. It might take a couple trips back up and down the floor.
Well, the good ones are able to go into next play mode. The very good players realize there are a lot of plays in the course of an NBA game, and you have to let the bad one go and get ready for the next one. The same with the good play. You got to let it go and get ready for the next play.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Unbelievable injury difficulties for the Warriors last season. Just really derailed their year.
Well, as a bouquet and Wright out for the season, Biedrins, Turioff, and Randolph, Radmanovich all missing time as well. The list goes on and on and on. And with all those guys dressed up like you and me courtside, no wonder the Warriors struggle.
Here's Thompson. And the Warriors miss again.
You know, he can sink it from out there. It didn't happen that time, but at least it's in the back of the defense's mind that he will let it fly from there.
And so here's Golden State. 4-point game. Curry can't get it to go. Well, for the Warriors, their injury woes got so bad that in one game, Steph Curry fouled out and there was no one left to sub for him.
Yeah, that shows how short-handed they were. And yet the team battled through. Steph Curry emerged as a potential star. So if this team can get healthy, I think they'll prove to be pretty good.
Now let's check in with the third member of our crew, Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, some exciting changes in Golden State. Some talented new players to be sure, but also new ownership. For the Warriors, only one playoff appearance in the last 16 seasons, the worst of any team in the league. During that span, a winning percentage ahead of only the Los Angeles Clippers. The Warriors faithful so hoping that the new leadership can help steer the organization towards more consistent success. Guys, these great fans certainly deserve it.
No doubt about that. Thank you, Doris. Here's Curry, following the score by Dallas. Number 77 yanks down the defensive rebound. Curry against Curry. Let's go with a three. Curry can't get it to go.
Boy, he had a good look. I think everyone here was a bit shocked to see that one not fall through.
Here's Thompson. Draws the foul. He'll get a trip to the line.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. Here's Curry. No points for him. Number 33 with the screen. Passes it back. He gets it up. And that's not going to fall for him. And that's the end of one. Close game so far. The Mavericks on top, up 2.
They're playing lockdown D, Kevin. As
a closely contested game here at the start of the second quarter. Here's Curry. Just 15 wins for this Warrior team against the West last season.
Yeah, down 3, I believe, from their total the year before. I know their goal is to get back into the postseason, and a good place to start would be by winning against your own conference.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. And Thompson. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Curry. He dumps it off. Number 6. The tricky leaning jumper is off the mark. And so here's Golden State. Let's loose for 3. Thompson misses. You talk about the Warriors in the postseason. How great of a run was that back in 2007?
Fantastic. It was absolutely fascinating to watch. The energy of that building, the confidence that team played with, and the fans were as much a part of it as the players were. I mean, a lot of good memories from that explosive upset.
Number 33. Too much mustard on that one.
The defense is looking to give him that one every time. Just not a good mid-range jump shooter.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
As the defenders were getting back on defense trying to protect the basket, he got a good look from downtown and said, why not? Nice 3 ball.
Number 22, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. You hate to say it so often, but it is what it is. Another early exit in the playoffs last year for these Mavericks. They spent so much money. Another disappointment for them.
You know what? It just shows you how difficult it is to have postseason success, Kevin. It's really hard. Teams like the Lakers and Celtics have made it look easy in the past, but it's a difficult thing to do. I mean, heck, that's those teams are good, the Mavericks, but they run into teams that typically are able to have their number. They look great on paper, have a great regular season, but then in the postseason, the matchups get the best of them.
Both teams will make substitutions. Just 5 on the clock. Can they get it? Dallas again missing. You know, you were talking about Dallas in the postseason. How do you lose the label of being soft in the playoffs? And what can they do, Clark? You mentioned the word matchups, and that's what the playoffs are, matchups. But when you're labeled soft, that's a team label.
Yeah. And sometimes I think that can be unfair.
Yeah.
I think the Mavericks have been more of a finesse team, but in recent years they have shown some physicality as well. And sometimes your physicality just doesn't match up to your opponents. That doesn't mean you're soft. That just means you may not have as much as the team you're facing.
And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has some info for us. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, Steph Curry worked out with Chris Paul the summer before his rookie season. Chris said his greatest strength is his knowledge of the game. I think that's what's going to surprise a lot of people is the way that he's effective off the ball screen and the way that he can break defenders down. He's a really good friend of mine and someone I hope succeeds. So far, guys, Stephen Curry off to a great start.
Second last season, Rookie of the Year voting, and played with Team USA this summer. He's doing well. Thanks, Doris. Warriors making a switch here. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Here's Golden State. They've picked up 11 straight. Behind the arc, another 3 for Golden State.
They're extremely lucky to have the lead here. They were bothered by the defense in the first quarter. It was harassing them a bit and threw them off rhythm. Shooting only around 25% from the field right now.
To the wing. Here's Pargo, tipped. Here's Dallas. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Number 77 buries it from 14 feet.
This is what happens when the defense lags. Wrong guy to give an opening to.
Here's Lee. Can't hit the three-pointer.
Well, they left him open to try to sucker him into taking that shot, and it worked out.
Number 77. Can't get it to fall from downtown.
They're putting bodies on bodies and cleaning up the misses.
Yeah, they're winning definitely the inside matchup right now. And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. And Dallas has possession. They trail by 11. Outside Curry.
Tipped. Great jump on the dump inside.
Here's Golden State. Some momentum with a 15-2 run underway. And the Warriors miss again.
He's not giving an inch on defense. He really bothered that shot.
He's pummeled and will have a chance for 2 at the line. The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. And so here's Golden State. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. It's tipped. Jacks up a 3, kept alive. For 3, no good. So the Warriors take it the other way.
Right now being held without a point in this quarter. Goose egg. Really struggling to find any kind of open looks.
Here's Pargo. Buries it from deep.
Despite their shooting woes in the first quarter, they have the lead and really look like they're about to build on that. They've got positive momentum and doing a pretty good job here in this quarter.
Curry can't get it to go.
He's really struggled to get into any kind of comfortable flow here. 0 points this quarter, and he really doesn't look like himself out there.
Here's Curry. Still looking to get on the scoreboard.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
The first free throw is good, so both teams making some changes here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
When you're trailing and trying to come back, this is a good way of extending the game. When you've got players that have a knack or the ability to draw fouls, when they attack the rim, they typically can get the call and get themselves to the strike.
And the first half is...
Hello, I'm Damon Bruce. Can I interest you in a bit of a one-sided affair?
Well, it hasn't been very close so far, but with another half remaining, still plenty of time left. Here's Curry, 15-point game. With Steph Curry last season, the Warriors just kept adding to their arsenal of deadly shooters.
Yeah, and if you're going to struggle, one of the things you want to make sure you can do is shoot the ball, and they can do that. They were a team that could score with the best of them, Kevin, and outside shooting continues to be a strength for them.
We've got Allen Iverson, also J.J. Barea out there, and Jackson. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. The 3. Thompson misses. And Clark, you have to think that what this Golden State team needs is a big man who can command some attention inside the paint.
You want to have that outside-inside balance, Kevin, and with all those shooters, if you can get somebody who can demand attention in the paint and can produce in there, that makes them a dangerous team.
First one falls for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Curry. 6 points for him. Number 42 gets the reach-in call. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Curry. It's a 13-point game.
And right out of the half, they're cold, missing on their first 3 attempts.
And here's Barea. The dump off. Five on the clock. 4 seconds left. The shot no good.
They're trying to stir things up to make something happen. They've switched their D to full court press.
Fouled, and he was real close to getting the 3-point opportunity. He'll go to the line for 2.
Looks like a good call from here where I sit. Definitely some contact on that shot.
That free throw missing. No good on the second free throw. Dallas with the ball. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Oh, man. Shots like that will make a coach lose his hair.
And here's Thompson. From 17 feet out. Kept alive. Curry outside. And the Warriors miss again.
They're slumping, falling off here to start this half.
Brunson, he's covered by Thompson. The steal.
To get back into this game, Kevin, they need to really concentrate on limiting the turnovers. I mean, it hasn't been terrible for them, but it's still hurting their cause.
Dallas with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Brunson guarded by Kerr. Here's Brunson. Nets it from the wing.
Looks like they've switched to man-to-man, D, here.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. They're scoreless since the first half. Here's Green. Hits the quick shot. Green's got his second basket. Here is Barea, looking for his first bucket of the game. Guarded by Kerr. Pass to Jackson. Deflects the pass. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Here's Brunson. Sinks the open shot. Here's Curry. He has 6. 1:46 left in the third. Last season was a tumultuous one for Allen Iverson.
You know, from an unhappy situation in Detroit, an aborted pairing with the Memphis Grizzlies, and then a short stay in Philly, I mean, it was musical chairs for him. And you heard things weren't much better on the home front, unfortunately.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Thompson against Curry. Over Green. Curry can't get it to go.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
And Green gets it. To go. Green's got 6 points.
That was one of those nice little teardrops that looks like it doesn't have a prayer and then softly drops right in.
Here's Curry. Bounces high but falls through. Curry's got his first basket.
I actually think he made that shot a little harder than it needed to be, but he showed a nice touch to knock it down.
And here's Thompson. A missed 3.
He continues to struggle from the field, but luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Number 33, guarded by Green. Can't cut the lead to single digits.
They'll allow him to get that off all day.
And he jams it in beautifully.
There it is, Kev. The old pound cake dunk. Simple and plain, but boy, does it taste good.
Oh, good job taking what the defense gave him right there. I'm hungry.
Always.
That was definitely worth a second look with a great strike slam. Yeah.
This quarter's been a disaster for him, Kevin. He just can't buy a bucket.
Number 11. No good on that last second attempt there. We've played through 3 and the double-digit game going on here. And we'll be back momentarily live from Dallas. And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Hi, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the Warriors that garners the Sprite Spark today. They ran out to an early lead in the first quarter and haven't looked back, guys.
Doris, thank you. Big scoring run there was the spark they needed.
Everything started to synergize, and once the ball was rolling, there was no stopping them.
Here's Curry. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. We've got Steph Curry and Green. Outside Curry. From 20 feet out, number 6 grabs the rebound inside. Now Green defending. Clock at 4, number 77.
He's got to break out of this slump if his team wants a chance to win. In an effort to solidify the middle, they've changed to a 2-3 zone.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Mavericks on D, trailing by 13. It bounces out of bounds after the shot.
Mavericks ball.
This Mavericks squad struggling. It's a 13-point game. Outside Curry. He's picked up by Lee. Number 6. Great finish in traffic.
Good job of leading his man right to the rim for the bucket.
Lee outside. From downtown. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Dallas with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Number 77. Can't cut the lead to single digits.
I'm sure he'd like to have a do-over here. He just hasn't been able to make a significant contribution in this one.
Here's Lee, nails the easy jumper. And the Warriors lead by 13.
Way to distribute the basketball.
Number 77, covered by Lee. From deep, out of bounds, but the offense retains possession.
Warriors ball.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. 2:49 left in the fourth. From deep three-point range, number 32 gets the offensive rebound. Can't convert the layup. And so here is Dallas. Here's Curry. Dallas again missing.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
Cool. And good with the shot. And the whistle blows for the contact and a chance for one more. He can't complete the three-point play.
This is a team that seems to be wavering a little bit here as far as their aggressiveness goes, especially when they build the lead. We're not seeing them get to the line as often this half, and I think that's part of the reason why they've lost their edge a bit.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. 15-point game. Puts the move on. The turnover by Dallas. Here are the Mavericks now. Down by 15. The alley-oop. Curry threw this one out of bounds and turns it over.
You can't be careless with the ball. That's a loss of focus, plain and simple.
1:50 left in the game. Shoots from 12. No good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
Yo, kick it out!
Number 6 backs in. Nails it from close range.
When you get a hot hand like him, it's real simple. You need to keep going with it.
And so here's Golden State. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. So both teams changing it up here. And so he hits both. Here's Curry. 1:16 left in the fourth. Number 6 backs down. Got a piece of it. It stays here. Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in. On defense, the Warriors. The lead is 15. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Number 11. And he gets the bucket. Foul is called. 1 free throw for him.
They needed this run sooner. I don't think they have enough time left to stage a comeback now.
56 seconds left in the game. Number 7. The shot is off, and Dallas the other way. Number 11 He's covered by Thompson. Number 11. Off target for 3.
You know, they got away with subpar defense there. He'll make you pay from out there more often than he won't. Well, he missed that one, and it's no surprise. That was one tough shot.
He nailed that one from another area code. Wow! He's shooting 25% from downtown. Here's Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Dallas calls timeout. They're behind by 10. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Clark, what are your thoughts?
They're going to talk strategy or perhaps what's on the dinner menu tonight. Because this one is really about over. They have no chance of winning this game.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what head coach for the Dallas Mavericks said to the team. He challenged his team to step up in the final moments, saying, quote, "If you want this game, go out there and take it. Nobody's going to give this to you. You have to earn it." Guys?
Thanks, Doris. Number 11. Dallas, no good that time either. Got it up. Can't get it. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark and Doris and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Brand Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
Never wait for nothing, gotta